Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first Monocles of video, which is a kind of a personal rant video on something that is bothering me for a long time. So, and I might get a little political. I have not really scripted this video. I want you to sense my frustration on this one, and I believe in these particular cases it's better to speak honestly rather than to mince words when you're writing such stuff. It might come across as ungenuine, so excuse me for that, but hopefully I will not be long. Now, what bothers me today is something that's actually taking place in the Magic the Gathering community, where there is a dispute between Wizards of the Coast, the creator of Magic the Gathering card game, and a YouTuber named Jeremy, better known as the Quartering or Magic the Gathering HQ. Now, I will not, for the sake of time, I will not get into the background. I'm gonna link you to his channel, where he has documented his harassment for the last few weeks. And you know what, maybe you say, well, he totally deserves everything that he gets. Maybe this Jeremy is as guilty of everything they say. I don't know, I have not seen that evidence. I have seen, however, the death threats that he received. Again, two wrongs don't make a right, and if you really want to go down that path, make sure that you are correct. But as far as I have seen, the accusations levels against him are greatly exaggerated. But no matter if he's guilty or not of what they said he did, what matters here is that he's now getting death threats and other harassment. No matter what you think of the Quartering, no matter what you think of what really happened, death threats are unacceptable. Two wrongs don't make a right. And that's what I kind of want to talk about, because I've seen this happening before in the steampunk community as well, where people start making random accusations against somebody without providing any truth. Now, maybe these people are guilty of everything that these people say, even if there is no proof. But as far as I'm concerned, when you provide no proof of what has happened, I'm sorry, you're not getting my support. When there is harassment going on within your community, of course we want to protect the victim. Of course we want the harasser to get punished. But we gotta be very careful that when somebody is making accusations, this person is not the harasser and the accused is the one being victimized. And I've seen this happen far too often, where a lot of people on social media start getting involved in these kinds of slanderous affairs. Now, what bothers me most about this particular case is how involved Wizards of the Coast is in this particular drama. You see, what Wizards of the Coast that kind of triggered me this morning was that they are now sending out emails to people who are members of particular Facebook groups. I'll see if I can put a link down in the description to these emails, where people are getting warnings that if you are a member of a certain Facebook group, you will be banned if you don't unsubscribe to those groups. People say that Wizards of the Coast is its own company. It's more than welcome to censor anyone they want, even if Wizards of the Coast don't have any other motivation other than to protect their bottom line, to make sure that their community remains child-friendly, whatever their target audience is. You know, fine. But to actually mail your own customers, your own consumer base, to say that they're members of the wrong Facebook groups, to me is extreme overreach, think or not. And this is not about the content they post. This is about the membership of particular Facebook groups, not if they post there or not. I'm a member of a lot of steampunk groups. Most of them I am a member of. I post my material there, but I don't really participate in any of those groups for whatever reason. So I might get an email one day that I'm also a member of a wrong Facebook group. The steampunk community should be happy they don't have a corporate overlord. What they are doing is not based on a company like LucasArts or 20th Century Fox or Disney, to name but a few examples. So we're really fortunate that is the case, but it doesn't mean we have members that will try to exercise power within this community. So there was this case where I was kind of involved in the Netherlands, where one steampunker got accused of doing certain things that had certain consequences, and people were outraged because of this. When I saw this outrage on social media, this whole thing getting blown up, people who had no idea what was going on started to ask questions on what was going on in the Dutch steampunk community. I wrote a blog about this. I questioned the people who were involved, people that were making these accusations. And when I asked them, where's your proof? They had nothing. They couldn't even tell me where the rumors had started, what started it. Their stories, they told, did not compute with one another. So I concluded very quickly, all of this was fabricated outrage. Now, and one of the big problems is, right, that when people do this, sometimes they don't do it because they want to actually harm someone, but they do believe they're correct, even if there is no evidence, even if it are their own feelings speaking and not so much their rationale. People thought they were doing the right thing by warning people against this evil person. Turned out nothing of it was true. So you've got a person getting accused, people actively trying to ruin his hobby, and none of it was true. So this is my message. If you want to participate in such moral outrage campaigns, if you're really such a person that believes it's important to fight harassment, all that is fine. Make sure you're not aiding the victimizer in these circumstances. I would say let the police do their job and don't get involved. Also, for a corporation to kind of act as a judge in these particular cases, I think is dangerous overreach. It sets a very dangerous precedent for the future on how such things should be dealt with, because it does not only affect this individual's relationship with the company that he promoted for many years, which will also affect this person's life outside of the community. And I'll end with this. I hope this will serve as a warning to what might happen if you engage in these massive moral outcries. They may be justified, it doesn't mean it's the correct thing to do. So with that, as always, make things your way.